Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. Let's talk about communicating with our past clients and our sphere when it comes to this NAR settlement. This episode is brought to you by Kerbly News. Check us out. It's KIRBLY.com. Kerbly News, real estate news that matters for real estate agents. Now let's talk about this. I've been testing this out for the last few days, and it's a simple process. In fact, I want you to do this today. Today, I want you to do this in the next few days. I want you to save this. I want you to share it. And then once you test this out a few times, I want you to tell me how it worked out for you, because it's worked out incredibly well for us. In fact, it's a hack. It's a beautiful thing. Here it is. You grab your list of your past clients that you've been in communication with a little bit over the last few years, maybe your core sphere as well. And you reached out to them with a simple text. In fact, let me check to see what text I sent, because we just tried this again. And it was a simple text. I said, hey, seller name. I use their first name because we've known each other for 15 years now. Hey, seller first name. I have a real estate question for you for a change. Let me know if you have 5 minutes. That's it. It's a simple text. It goes through. And then they usually say something like what this person says. I'm reading it off my text. It says, hi, Tristan, call me. That's it. That's step one. Step two is this. And it's a beautiful thing because it's a setup, right? You're thinking longer term here in the conversation. So say, hey, man, how are you doing? In this case, it was a man. Listen, I have a question for you. With everything that's going on in real estate right now, I want to know what you think about this whole settlement thing and the market. And you just shut up. And it could just be one or the other, right? But the settlement is in front of everyone's face right now as the consumer. And the ability for you to ask for advice puts them in the driver's seat and makes them feel important. It's always about how are you making people feel. For me, I care about how my past clients feel, and they feel it. They're like, oh, Tristan wants to know what's going on. Great. That puts me into a different perspective as to how Tristan thinks of me as a past client. And that's important because now when I say, hey, let's just call him Joe. Hey, Joe, listen, what do you think about this whole settlement thing? And this is what you're going to get, because I get this often now because we're calling so much. One thing is first, they're going to say, oh, you mean the whole 6% thing? Yeah. And then I said, yeah, that whole 6% thing. I say, well, it sounds like, and then they go and explain to me what they think they know. And believe it or not, most of the time they're getting it right. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And my question is, you did know that it was negotiable, right? You don't have to ask this one, but this is what I'm asking. They're like, yeah, we already knew. And those are my clients, right? You can skip that one and go to the second one, which is, so what do you think about the market right now? And those are the two questions you mainly ask, which is, tell me what you think about this whole settlement thing. And number two, what do you think about the market? And you know what happens after you ask these questions, or in between, because it happens so organically? They ask you, what do you think? Or they ask, am I right? Is this it? Am I getting this right? And they're going to you every single time. It's become such a powerful call that then they start talking about their current real estate situation. We're getting so many people talking about their homes, their friends' homes, their family, their neighbors, and it's opening up a whole different opportunity here. And so I want you to test this out. 2 simple questions. What's the settlement? What do you think of this thing? And how's the market? And let's see what responses you get Let me know. I'm curious. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Unless you message me, then I'll talk to you today.